It's now time for Me and My Roku with host Peter Clay. Life happens with bubble craps.
Incidentally, this is Peter.
So we have a voicemail now from Peter.
Pete, you are not.
Not everybody sounds like Peter Clay.
This is what it's all about, isn't it?
Peter Clay is here today.
Wow. Oh, boy.
Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another fantastic edition of Me and My Roku. Since last week I did a little video of the opening segment to my friends who came to Clay Vegas 2020, I thought, well, what the heck? Let's do the opening segment and put it on Instagram. So check that out today. You can follow me on Instagram at Pierre Argyle. And if you're on Instagram, you're seeing this already. Anyway, if you're joining me for the first time, either on Instagram or discovered this podcast just on a whim, as I lose my earpiece, this is a me show. It's me and my Roku. I show you what I do with my Roku and cord cutting and streaming and all those different things and pass it along to everyone out there to do with it as you wish, okay? So a lot of people are out there and they say, well, I use Netflix, and stuff. Well, there's more out there. I do all the heavy lifting, and I go out there and explore. So you can decide for yourself what you want to do. And maybe you go, what? You don't use Netflix? What? Or you go, oh, I didn't know you could do that. Or in between. I have a lot of wiggle room, a lot of gray area out there for you. It's all for you. It sounds like it's me. It's about me and all that stuff. But I just find it easier just to tell you what I do instead of going, here's the top 10 streaming services. Use them or else you'll die. I don't do that. I just say, hey, this is what I do. It's up to you from there. We got a lot of things to go on because I didn't do a show last week because last week I only had one little thing to talk about. And now this week, oh boy, we got lots of stuff. So lots of things to get to, so let's get started. This segment of the Me and My Roku podcast is brought to you by Life Happens. Ever do a weekly podcast and you miss a week? Just use Life Happens. When life gets in the way, just say, hey, life happens. Use it today. Okay. Well, I kind of feel like I did when I worked for an airport car rental service. Because there'd be a lull, and you're bored out of your mind, and nothing's going on, and then all of a sudden a couple planes land, and you have a line out the door. That's how I feel about covering some of this stuff sometimes. Because last week, I only had one story. And then this week, woo, everything's going all at once. So last week, Roku announced that they were once again ending support for some of their older models. If you remember last year, they said, remember that Roku XD you used to have, like for me, my original Roku from 10 years ago? Yeah, we're not going to be supporting that anymore. And Netflix said they had enough and they weren't going to be providing updates anymore and all that stuff. So they said, that's enough of that. And then later on, Roku said, yeah, the Roku 2 and some of the long ones along that line, yeah, we're not going to be updating those anymore. They still work. They just won't be updating and some of the apps won't work anymore. No longer supporting, as they say. So, for my sister-in-law's boyfriend, there we go, him, whatever he is to me. Nothing, really, but that's okay. That's not the point. So, he had a Roku too, so when Christmas came, hey, you need a new Roku. I got him a new Roku. My mother said she needed a new Roku. Boom, here's a new Roku for you. So, I was a gift giver there for a while. Because some of these older models just weren't being supported anymore. Now comes another one. The Roku LT, my third Roku. The one I use for an older TV that has the red white, yellow, what we like to call in the business composite connections. Well, Roku's announced they will not be supporting that. And again, not updating it any further. So that leaves me with a little bit of a dilemma. I don't use it that often anymore. I'm usually very tired by the time I go to bed, and so I don't put the Roku on in my bedroom anymore. And so it's kind of an emergency one, or one to use just in case things happen. And it's coming useful. The only drawback to it's dreadfully slow. But once it works, the picture quality is still really good. I have Pluto TV working on it right now, and it's fine. And crystal clear HD, everything else along those lines. And I can hook the audio in and all that stuff too. But as I look at the remote control on it right now, I see presets for MGO and Blockbuster. So yeah, it's probably time for an update on that. If I wish, I may do nothing. So, once again, if you have a Roku now LT or later, so the XDs, the Roku 2s, now Roku LT, no longer being serviced or updated by Roku, that's okay. They're always on sale, it seems like. You can get the new Roku soundbar with a Roku Ultra built in, Roku Ultra on sale, Roku Stick on sale presently as of this recording. And if they're not, by the time you go to it, there's something else from Roku on sale then. So check it out. And update your Roku if you need to. Because once it says Blockbuster or MGO on there, time to upgrade your Roku.
Yep. Come on. Yep.
This segment of the Me and My Roku podcast is brought to you by Get It Done Early. You got a project you've been working on? Get it done early. Be efficient and don't be surly. Get it done early.
Na, yeah. Do it right.
Okay, so now for this week, the planes have landed. Line out the door. Tons of stuff going on. Let's get your scorecards ready here and get ready for some fun and excitement here. Let's start with the easiest thing first. Pretty simple stuff here. Viacom CBS has announced what they're doing with their streaming services. And it pretty much stays the same, just letting you know that things are going to be changing and things are going to look different, sort of, kind of, not really. Who knows? Pluto TV stays the same, stays free. Nothing's going to change there. They're just going to keep doing what they're doing. They're exploding. They've got millions and millions of subscribers and checking it out and adding stuff just about all the time. It's hard to keep track of, type of thing. So Pluto TV stays free, and then lots of different Viacom and CBS different programming coming on to there. CBS All Access then becomes the mid-tier and stays the same, stays at $9.99, except for it's going to have more programming with Viacom. So lots of Nick, lots of kids and adults and exclusives and all that stuff staying there at that time. And then add Showtime. That's going to be their premium. It stays an add-on to different services like Hulu and Amazon Prime and all that stuff. So anywhere from $14, $15 a month. And they're going to be doing a lot more exclusives on there and teasing you on Pluto and CBS All Access to say, hey, check this out on Showtime type of thing. 3 tiers, kind of sounds like what Peacock is going to be doing. Free, mid-tier subscription, premium subscription. There you have it. If you need a little more enticement or excitement or anything like that, you're on the fence. If you buy a new Roku between February 7th and March 29th of this year, 2020, you get 3 free months of CBS All Access. Certain restrictions apply, must be new subscriber, blah, 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 blah. So, if you have never tried CBS All Access and want to know what all the hubbub is all about, get yourself a brand new Roku, because you should anyway, and get 3 free months. All you have to do is just go to the app on your Roku, and it takes care of you from there. So there you have it. That's the easy part. Here's some other things going on. Comcast, major cable TV thing, reporting loss of subscribers for their cable service quarter after quarter after quarter. They're coming out with Peacock in April for their subscribers and then in July for everybody else in the world. But in the meantime, they have purchased free streaming service Zumo. Why? I don't know. He's on third. So good for them. So Zumo stays independent, stays ad-supported, just now part of the Comcast tree. A division of Comcast, NBC Universal, is in talks to purchase Vudu from Walmart. What does that mean? Now, the confusion on this is there's Vudu Free that has a free streaming service and all that stuff. But mainly what Vudu is a store through Walmart and where you can purchase movies, TV series, and things for digital streaming on any device you want, either your Roku or your phone or whatever else. So that's in talks. That is not official yet, but that seems to be now. The plan is to put Vudu, the store, in with their service Fandango Now. I'm sorry, Fandango Now. I don't know what Fandango Now would be. I think I just created a new service. So the store, so you can buy movie tickets, purchase movies, TV series, and all that stuff combined. I don't know what that does for them, but I guess Walmart is just wanting to get rid of it. And so NBC Universal is saying, oh, we'll take that. What's ever left of Fox? Fox News, Fox Sports, FS1, FS2. That's what's up left of that. They're in talks to purchase Tubi. Why? I don't know. He's on third. Tubi, free subscription service, recommended here on this program. We use it. We love it. And by we, I mean me. So, hey, everyone's getting into this thing, So there's a lot going on, and things change. Things stay the same, all that stuff. So everyone's kind of getting in and getting their grubs on. So if you've been an independent service, ad-supported, and you're showing numbers, you're up for sale. And why wouldn't you take the money if it was offered to you? So for me, it just means, hey, I have these things, so I look at them, and if I don't have them on all that stuff, that's the thing. So just keep on track of these things, and if you use them, you probably won't notice a difference, except it may get better. It might get worse. I don't see how it can get worse. There'll just be more things available, and if there was like a Dolph Lundgren movie, if it somehow went away to have some old Comcast show, I don't think you'll be hurtful on that. So keeping track of things with you and your Roku here on me and my Roku.
Get back. Get back. Get back. Get back. Come on. Get you here, right?
Okay, kids, gather around. Let's have a little chit-chat, little get-together, little powwow. Talking about a little bit about support. You can support me if you wish. It's not required. It's not. It's an elective as part of listening to this program. It's okay. I use archive.org, the Internet Archive, and all we ask is you just support them from time to time. As if you've been listening to this program for a little while, you realize I just got back from Vegas, celebrating a half century, and a lot of that was done through the support of a lot of people and a lot of things that I've done in the background here. So this show can just go on. All right. I was listening to a podcast the other day, and he's all afraid that, Spotify is going to take over the world, and, where's my ad revenue going to come from and all that stuff. And then therefore I can't do the podcast anymore. Well, not here. Okay. I'm not going to put blind threats on all that stuff. So the show is here as a labor of love. This is something that I do, and I like to keep the muscle memory going and all that stuff. However, there are things I do in the background, and I get gift cards, and that's how I get a lot of this programming that I don't have to pay for. So I wouldn't be doing my due diligence if I come up here and show you what I do with the Roku and all that stuff to pass along to you, to share with you how I get some of this programming and stuff through gift cards and stuff like that. So I'm going to be, from now on, putting a link where you get this podcast from. So when it lists the description of the show and all that stuff, there'll be a link in there, and I show you the main program. There's 3 of them that I use, but I'll put the main one on there. About 6 months ago or so, I shared what I do with a colleague, and he's just gone gangbusters. So between what I do and what he does, we've come together in this pool of here, and so my stuff is doubled. And so once again, I wouldn't be doing my due diligence if I didn't share it out to you. I only need about 4 more people. Okay, so when you look at it, you're going to go, yeah, I don't want to do that, type of thing. And you don't have to. It's okay. I just ask you to check it out, and maybe it's for you. If you want to do surveys, you can do surveys. If you have a spare computer or something like that, and just let it run ads in the background, let it run videos, well, that's one thing that I do, and that adds up pretty quick. So it's coming out to, on my own, about $5 a week. Now with a partner, it's coming out to about $10-15 a week. And so if we had a couple other people along in there, and then you can do the same thing. So it's up to you. It's a win-win to me, and so it's up to you. I'm just offering it out there as a way of helping support this podcast and some of the other projects that I want to do. Yes, I'd like to go back to Vegas again. That won't make me or break me or anything like that. But more programming, that could help this program quite a bit. So who knows? So check that out. I'll put the link in where you get this podcast and check it out for yourself. And I thank you and I love you for that. Once again, this show could not happen without archive.org. Check it out today. They are the Internet Archive, the best online library out there. So much information, it'll make your mind boggle. It's like when you look at Netflix and you don't know what show to watch, you look at the Internet Archive and you go, look at all this information they have for free. Old arcade games, books, podcasts, obviously. Old movies. You can see Ava Gabor in a movie. It's weird. Old PBS shows that, were independent. Check them out today. And support and love, like I do, archive.org. This segment of the Me and My Roku podcast is brought to you by Face Up Pai Gow Poker. Dealer Ace High is a push, so make sure you make your side bet with Face Up Pai Gow Poker. Alrighty. As a follow-up to a previous segment, Roku believes that by 2024, half of all U.S. households with a TV will have either cut the cord or have never had cable to begin with. Now, that's Roku saying that. Is that true? We'll see. We'll find out. But there's obviously a trend, because look at that segment, and I said Comcast getting Xumo, Vudu, not worth it to Walmart, worth to somebody else. Tubi being sold, possibly. So a lot of stuff going on because of all this stuff going on. So half of the U.S. households will either cut the cord already, and we did 10 years ago, or some people have never had cable to begin with. Now, part of the reason of this show is to support the Roku, because that product there for your TV, and some people haven't had a TV. They're just watching on the screens. I recommend it. Look at the TV prices, for crying out loud. So that's why, not getting support for the Roku LT, I'm able to move on, because either I'll get rid of the older TV that I had. I don't want those composite cords anymore, because I can get a 32-inch TV for just, and get a Roku for, it's unbelievable. All right, so another update, something I'm sure you've been on pins and needles about. I'm 1 week left in my $5 Sling promotion. 1 month of Sling, basic Sling, Sling Blue, because I thought it had the more options than Sling Orange, so I had the choice between the two. So 1 week left of that, and 1 day left of a 2-week trial of YouTube TV. So what's going to happen? What are you going to do? Tell me. I want to know. So I was able to wrangle up enough gift cards to go 1 more month of YouTube TV. Why not? And one thing that about this show is it sounds like me and My Roku is that what I do, you should do. And I don't do that. I may say some things and then do something else. So if you have been paying attention all along, one of my kind of about Sling TV was you had to do everything within Sling. I couldn't use my login for Sling to log into the apps of, say, like Food Network, HGTV, Discovery, TLC, Bravo, anything like that. So with YouTube TV does have the logins, and you're able to use the apps. And if you are familiar with some of these things, they still have ads, and sometimes a lot of them. Whereas on YouTube TV, you use the YouTube TV within YouTube TV. Just like I said, I had a problem with Sling. Maybe it's the interface. Maybe it's just easier to find on YouTube TV. I don't know. But it doesn't seem to bother me on YouTube TV. And in some programmings, if they're on demand, there's no commercials. And if there is commercials, it's kind of like Hulu. About 90 seconds. I think anyone can live with that. And it tells you right on the screen. Instead of 1 of 8, and you see the same commercials, 1 minute 30. So, YouTube TV for at least one more month. And again, if I don't wrangle up enough gift cards and I don't feel like spending the money, I can cancel it. No problem. No, don't worry about it. And again, maybe then in a couple of months, they'll say, hey, remember when you were with us? And Sling may go in a couple of months when football's coming on. Oh, he said you wanted Red Zone? Hey, we have it over here. Hello, come back to us. I may do that. But another one coming up over here, say, hey, don't forget about us. Check us out over here. We've got NFL Red Zone as part of our package for $50. Vidgo is kind of seeing their ads more and more, saying, come on, check us out. 7 days free checkout. I may do that as a trial once my $5 Sling has expired next week. I'm only finding the Sling that YouTube TV doesn't have is the A&E Networks, History Channel, and Access. Lots of old rock concerts from like 15 years ago. You want to see Bon Jovi 15 years ago playing an entire album and only like 3 of his hits? Hey, it's there for you there. But still, it's a good channel. Not available on YouTube TV. Let's try that again. YouTube TV has now made an arrangement with Time Warner. They will now be offering HBO and Cinemax on YouTube TV starting next month. Also, then, as an addition, they will have their new service when it comes out in April, HBO Max, available as a YouTube add-on, YouTube TV add-on. So that makes things a little more enticing, maybe, possibly, to stay with YouTube TV longer. We'll see about that. This segment of the Me and My Roku podcast is brought to you by Bubble Craps. Win more and let the waitress come to you more often when you play Bubble Craps. Try it out today with Bubble Craps. Okay, just to further the point about all these things going on and all the different things, why is it so important? Why is everyone scrambling to kind of get their feet in the game here if they're not already? And if they are in it, adding more and all that stuff. The RIAA, the Recording Industry of Artists in America or something like that, the music streaming is now accounting for nearly 80% of all the revenue. That's what they did last year. 80% of it all came from streaming. Just think in the next 5 years what that's going to be for the video and movies and TVs and stuff like that. If it's already for music, 80% of revenue, what that's going to mean to cable companies and stuff along those lines. So everyone's kind of trying to get it all together, as they say. All right, comings and goings. Coming, Redbox. You know those red boxes out front of stores and stuff where you rent DVDs and Blu-rays and stuff like that? Well, they've had a Roku app for years now, and they've had 3 or 4 different generations of stuff. So now they are once again coming out with a linear service, just like everyone else. And they're using Xumo as a background. Okay, Xumo, which just got purchased from Comcast. So a lot of redundant stuff there, but maybe worth checking out. I have it on now for research purposes only. Use at your discretion. I let go of Voodoo, not just because they're going to be sold and all that stuff. Again, some redundant stuff. I didn't really need it anymore, and so good luck with Fandango now. I said it right that time, I think. And Compact Cast as well. Hopefully purchasing Voodoo, and so I just, as a precautionary, I've got plenty of other ad-supported video-on-demand channels. Voodoo is gone. Also, going all my music apps. Yes, that's right. Spotify, Pandora, SiriusXM. And it's not that they're bad or anything like that. It's just that we've got these devices now where we just go, hey, play this. And they do that, and we got two of them now. One is a gift, one through Spotify, through a promotion. And so that they're doing a good enough job that we don't need that on our Roku. Free up some space, as they say. And that's okay. So things can come and go, and that's what makes the Roku beautiful. You create your own networks for you to enjoy your programming, just like I do. That's all I've got for you this time. So I better get back to my Roku because it's been a little while. It's kind of a little longer show because I missed last week, so getting a little itchy. Get back, maybe check out that Roku LT for the last time. Who knows? Anyway, hope you enjoyed the program. Enjoy you and your Roku as much as I'm enjoying me and my Roku. Thanks again to archive.org for their support. Check them out today at archive.org and enjoy the Internet Archive for yourself. If you have a project of your own, you want to write your own book, as a means of distributing it out in PDF or anything like that, use the Internet Archive. It's there for you. Check them out today, archive.org. You can subscribe to this podcast and get it delivered just to you, just for you. Subscribe at Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Stitcher, Spreaker, Spotify, TuneIn, YouTube, iHeartMedia, and radio.com. You may, if you wish, follow me on Twitter at Radio Affliction. I have lots of witty comments. There's a lot of stuff that's going out there. Check it out today. Follow me on Instagram, Pierre Argyle, one word. I'll be putting out the opening segment on there, and you can check it out for yourself. And you want to get a little more intimate, just want to say hello or anything like that, questions, comments, or anything along those lines, email me at meandmyrokupodcast@gmail.com. Hopefully it's not 2 weeks until the next time, but at least until next time, I'll see you real soon.